And we are live. How y'all doing tonight? Miss Emily decided to join
Hi, everybody.
in on the party. And we are waiting for this to pop up. I don't know why it's not, but I know it's got a little bit of a delay. Anyway, did y'all watch that live that I did earlier? I thought I muted this. Give me just a second. I thought I muted that.
You did.
Oh well, there we go. Anyway, did a live earlier on the old phone, and it worked out all right. I think it was. I went back and watched it, and it looked like it had a little bit of a delay, or not a delay, but lagging and everything. So anyway, did you do good on DoorDash tonight?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It was so
How
bad.
you doing, Bud Soda? Hope you're making some money because I worked my hiney off and just knock out $90. Of course, I only work 9 or 6 hours. So, how you doing, Dawn? Emily's here with us. If y'all hadn't noticed that yet, she's a little prettier than me, a little younger too. I don't have quite as much gray. She does.
I do have a little.
Well, give me some more time with her, and I'll give her some more.
I bet you will.
No, because Spark crashed. Really? What?
Yeah, I got a text message or
Did you?
something from
Well, I got one, and it said that I had an order, and I'd already seen the address where it was going to be dropped off at. So I went ahead and just dropped it off, and I didn't know if it was my internet or what. I mean, it took me a minute before I got to the part where you can take the picture, but then it works. Oh, if it was a Walmart system, I guess I already had my order, so I left out there. They must have got it fixed between my drop off and my next pickup. But it was slow. Have you noticed not getting any shopping delivers? Have you been getting any of those, Bud Soda? I haven't. Oh man,
I had that one last week.
you had one last week.
It might have been this week. Whenever I did Spark.
Um, a little over a month and a half ago, I quit having them, and then I had one, and then I haven't had any since. And I guess Emily's had one, so maybe I made somebody mad. I don't know. So anyway, there was a fella on the live chat earlier that Matt, and I can't remember his name. And apparently, when you're live streaming with your phone, you can't. The chat doesn't show up later. But because I was going to go back and try to find his YouTube channel, and we was going to check it out. And maybe he'll be in here in a little bit. I'm not sure. I got one for a phone, and it wouldn't let me scan. Okay. On the little scan bar. I don't know. I guess I looked up, but I did. Yeah, we all received that message, so I guess I looked out. One of the Oh, there he is. How you doing, Matt? I was going back and trying to find the chat where from the live stream earlier, and I couldn't find it because I was wanting to check out your channel. Let's see if I open a new. Well, let's open a new tab. Have 74 subscribers. Y'all, if y'all want to check out Matt's channel, I'm going to put a link to it in here if I can get all this done at once. That is Matt's channel. He's got 74 subscribers. I haven't checked it out yet, but it looks like he's well on his way. I like the one-way sign. It's upside down. Y'all check that out. When is a road sign not helpful? Oh, that's funny. But y'all check it out. And maybe subscribe. I'm looking at this. I'm looking here. And I got this over here. So I don't know where I'm at. Y'all have to, if y'all was on the live earlier, you'll probably notice I got a different shirt on. I had to come home and drown myself in the shower. It was hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, that what air in my car, air conditioner, the
Condenser.
It feels like being in a sauna with a fan blowing when you stop. When you're going down the highway, it works perfect. So did you do? You said you didn't do good on DoorDash either, did you?
No, DoorDash tonight was bad.
Well, I if y'all was keeping up with those last videos, I got deactivated, and there was some confusion from one of the viewers about how and everything. SS been slow. SS. What is SS? What is SS? Oh. Anyway, I got deactivated, and it wasn't the DoorDash. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, SS, is this a new app we need to find out about? Somebody told me Favor actually was doing pretty good. I saw it on a comment or something.
Here?
But, yeah.
Oh.
It was like, I don't know if it was here in Wichita Falls, but they was paying like guaranteed $11 orders. So I don't know. For a second, $11 order might have been 14 miles. I don't know.
Probably was.
If it's anything like DoorDash.
Oh my.
Or like Uber Eats is getting. Anyway, I got deactivated, and it wasn't the consumer account as they refer to it as. It was the actual door drivers app for it. And it was 2 different emails. So that was the excuse they gave me, a glitch in the system. I don't buy that. I think they're full of crap. But it is what it is. Regardless, after a few days, which it was no love loss, I just like the idea of having DoorDash in my back pocket just in case things slow down everywhere else. And I can get on. I do check it, but very rarely I can get on it. So it's kind of like splitting up with somebody that you didn't like to begin with. It's not a love loss. So anyway, it's all back in order. I don't know what it had to do with the consumer app. And I'm a little leery on even being a consumer of DoorDash now. Oh, I'll join StreamYard if you'd like. Oh, you want to join in? Heard Amazon bought 3% of Grubhub Prime members get free delivery. Huh, that's cool. Yeah, if you want to jump in, Bud Soda. Okay. Now I remember how. Copy to clipboard. And I think I just pasted it right here in the chat, I believe. Wait. No. Can I do it over here? Well, I was thinking I could send like a private chat. Well, there's a private chat tab there, but I don't know how that works. I'm just going to paste it right here. So there you go, Bud Soda. I haven't been getting nothing on Grubhub, so I don't know. This is we're gonna have to put on headphones, aren't we? Maybe. Well, how are we gonna do this? Because I have to have headphones
to be able to hear him.
Yeah, to hear. Hey, doing Pork Chop? Comments. I don't know how this is going to work out.
Your headphones are right there.
Well, yeah, I've got these. Well, I guess I could put these. Well, no, because I can't. Well, you can hear them, can't you? Yeah, she's got good hearing. My hearing, well, I'm grandpa. Yeah, what can I say? I need to hold on, y'all. Bear with me a minute, a moment. Talk to her for a minute. Talk to them for a minute.
So, how's y'all's week been? I know DoorDash has been really, really, really slow this week. I did a little bit of Spark, but mostly DoorDash.
You don't like Spark, though, do you?
I don't like Spark. I don't like the sitting and waiting.
Too scared of the fire.
I just don't like the sitting and waiting.
I think I may be connected on my phone, so I'm going to have to disconnect the phone.
You just don't have your ducks in a row tonight, do you?
Well, I hadn't planned on that, but it's live, and that's what it's all about. There ain't nothing in my life planned. If I plan something, 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to work. The lady on there said disconnect, so we got that much done. Let's see if we can connect here. Connecting, connected. All right, now let me switch the speakers around. Oh, okay, I already did. All right, now, are you here, Bud Soda?
You can see him over there.
Oh, there you are. I see you. Let me add you in here. There you are. Get it out. And I hear you. That's the question.
Waiting in a Wendy's drive-thru because the Taco Bell closed for renovations. So I'm taking what I can get. I've been dead for like the last hour. I wasted over an hour earlier because Spark went down. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Oh,
now I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I've wasted over 2 hours today because Spark went down and it's just been quiet for a while. And now Grubhub sent me this while I was at 7-Eleven and the DoorDash, and I got a little Caesars. So I'm on a triple. Make at least $25 for this hour.
Mm.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm getting.
Sorry. I was at the speaker unless they want to hear it live.
Oh, it was on your end. I was like, hey, what am I doing wrong here? How you doing, Roger, Lisa, and Lisa Reinhardt?
Join up. Join up.
Well, that cut there. We're small over there.
Yeah,
now.
It's okay.
Get closer.
So
get closer.
How long were you doing Spark, Brandon?
How long have I been doing Spark?
No, today. I mean, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Well, it's got a delay, and I need to watch you over here instead of over here.
Yeah, that one doesn't have.
I was gonna say YouTube's delayed by like 3 seconds.
I think it was like 6 hours.
I was on a heck of a roll this morning, and it kept going in the afternoon until around 2 o'clock when it crashed. It's like, ugh. So like I did 2 DoorDashes all day until Spark crashed, like Walmart's whole system crashed, and it was going to be my best Spark day ever till then. And now the desperate people are out, and I rejected an order twice. As soon as it boosted $1, I clicked on it, and the notification came up, and it was already gone. So, is what it is. But I've been telling a lot of people about my channel, and I try to plug whoever I can. I think I plugged you in one of my videos before. So like, try to help our gig community out. I'm glad you got over 1,000 subs and you're monetized. You really deserve it. Like I've asked you questions in the chat. You've been very helpful. You and Slavic are very good at Spark. Right here, Lisa. I introduced her to Spark, and she's better at it than me now. Oh man. I just got this one rude guy, and I always freaking get him when he's on shift for some reason. I'm pretty confident he canceled the $38 double on me the other day, and I was not happy about it. Because all the associates have the ability to cancel your order. But that also means the customer didn't get the order. He will routinely bring me out half an order. It's like, what's the point? He literally told me it's not my problem earlier when he bought me out half the order, and I went over this other guy, and he was a very helpful young man, And it is what it is, but like almost everyone else I deal with is nice or just got a bit of sarcasm. And You have a good chuckle with them. I could take the angry sarcasm and they're just venting, but like there's this one guy who's a veteran and he's always funny as frick. So can you hear me well? Because you haven't responded yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing like echoes.
Turn down the volume on the YouTube. Just listen to the StreamYard.
Okay.
Only listen to the StreamYard because that's live.
Yeah, I just muted the. Okay, I just muted the YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I can hear you good. I was like,
After he told his whole story.
yeah.
What did you make on Spark for 6 hours today? Or did you do any other orders?
$91. $91.
In 6 hours?
Yeah.
That is rough. Oh, I'm so
dude.
sorry, man. I imagine you only take smart orders and you'll sit before you take a bad one, though.
Yeah. I think one was $19.
Yeah, I accidentally took a $19. I was trying to get it boosted to 20, but it ended up working out because
you can't. We've got so many drivers here now. You can't play with it like I used to. I just let it kind of ride. But
mine was almost instantly oversaturated. Like everyone got on Syracuse Market because it's really easy to get on East Syracuse, and because it's the projects. It's a bad area. Unless you know that crowd and can look the crowd, you don't want to work there. You got a couple eyes on you in the neighborhood that are gonna look out for your well-being. Sorry, freaking mosquitoes. But it is what it is. Just now it seems like they fell off though, and it's just as hard hitters out.
Yeah, I have one. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders. So I mean, it wasn't that bad for 5 orders.
I don't take anything below 20, or at least I try not to. Okay, if it says 1989, fine, close enough. But because it's potentially long wait times, depending on how many customers they have. If the app's having issues, the system's having issues. One problem I was trying to discuss with you. I gotta get back with Slavic, and we gotta have that round table. But
oh yeah.
I
wasn't sure when you was planning on that.
Yeah, he said sometime in the month of July, but he's traveling. He had to travel from Idaho, I think, to Florida, so give him a little time to recuperate.
Looks like Tony's in here, the Driven Dad.
Thank you, Tony. You're a big supporter of my channel. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I try to really learn off YouTube, and but it's like one order will drop in their system and be picked, almost be done or be done, but the other one won't even be on their end. They'll give it to us before they even drop it in theirs.
Have you been getting any shopping delivery orders?
Hang on, I want to tell you a story about that.
I don't know if you heard me or not. Did you get any shopping delivery orders or?
Yes. I got one for a cell phone today. Like I said, it wouldn't scan.
Yeah.
And I was online with support, and they're like, "Oh, look for this error message. Look for this error message." And the only time I got for the error message was I tried to scan the serial number because it's a cell phone. You have to activate them.
Right.
And I couldn't get jack crap to work. And it just sat there and froze. The system just came back up though. I did one order, then I got that shopping pay, $26 for a cell phone, A03, which is over half the value of it. They're only cost $50. Thank you. You too. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I will get some more Caesars.
I just can't get any shopping delivery orders. And a while back, somebody was asking me about whether Walmart dispatched the Spark orders or Spark dispatches Spark orders. And I talked to somebody that I know that works at Walmart, and she said that the only time that they dispatch orders themselves, something about if it's a return or something. But man, it sure seems like somebody's getting those shopping delivery orders. I was getting a bunch there for a while, and all of a sudden none.
I had one of those yesterday in my earnings, my completed screen. It won't say a payout. And you click it, and it says 18 and change when it was supposed to be 28 and change. And it's like a partial order. They gave out a partial order. There's 2 different orders to the same person. And this person I've delivered to several times on both batch orders and regular orders. It was just a confusing hot mess. I just delivered to her today again. So she's on that Walmart Plus or whatever where you save all the delivery fees, I guess. But she usually tips. But this was just a straight pay. It wasn't no tip on it because it was a redeploy. And I'm going to guess she originally tipped 10. And then Spark's like, oh, crap, we said 28. We meant 18 because the original payout was with a $10 tip. It's like, oh, my God. Like, they need to get their crap together because, like, okay, I will defend DoorDash in this fact. They do that. They'll increase the base pay and put the original tip in on a redeploy because they want it taken care of quickly, you know? So, and then half pay on DoorDash is a blessing. I got those 2 orders canceled on me the other day, and all they paid me was $3 and change. And I waited there for 40 freaking minutes. I was hot. The only reason I stuck around is because it's $38 freaking dollars at 2 p.m. By the time I got done, it was like almost 3, and I made $3 for that hour. It's like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I got super lucky, and I got a stack for almost 20 going to the ROTC Reserve National Guard Barracks, but that's about it otherwise.
Yeah, that's what Emily doesn't like about the Spark orders is that wait time. Yeah, every once in a while you have to wait, but generally they're okay.
Yeah, they got a whack ton of customers and stuff. Like all but this one guy, they try to be helpful at least. A few of them are like, you know. But the rest of them really try to go above and beyond to try to help you. Yeah. And, you know, one girl's like, the one girl did DoorDash, so she understands what us drivers go through and what we feel and how we work. You know what I mean? So I really like someone like her working that. And you don't get too many like that, unfortunately. Most of them are just like, oh, you're just like the restaurant. Oh, it's another driver. You're just going to give us a hard time. And all that jazz, you know?
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for my pizza bread.
Tony asks, so does anyone know if you get 2 round-robin orders at the same drop time, do you get marked late for the second order? I hadn't had that issue, but I don't know that you wouldn't. I've never had a late time on Spark.
So my drop rate was dangerously close to deactivation. Now it's back to dangerously close to deactivation because one of the orders that dropped down and I accepted was one of the ones that canceled, and I canceled it out and it counted against me. I'm wondering if Spark's going to go back in kind of like DoorDash does and just, you know, auto exempt you.
I've got on mine, it's like 96% on time arrival, 0 drop rate, but I'm showing a 28% acceptance rate. 4.7 on customer rating. Somebody said that I didn't drop their order at the front door the other day, so I know where that came from. I don't know who it was. There was a house that had 2 front doors, so apparently I didn't drop it at the right front door. They try that cancellation crap as you're on arrival. Like they did with the other apps. I mean, Slavic had that problem, and the manager banned them from that location because of it. Like, I got
talked to the assistant manager who was over that area, you know, who's over the delivery area, and that person completely understood. Oh, it's typical scammers. And I've worked at Walmart, and that guy was talking just like any other Walmart associate would talk about those kind of people, because that's unfortunately the kind of clientele Walmart attracts. But they complained. They kept complaining up the chain. They complained to the DM. So the DM and the store manager came down on them and was like, I'm going to believe a thieving customer over you. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Same exact thing happened to me.
You had that happen to you too? I must have missed that.
Same exact thing. I had a video on it about 2 months ago.
How long ago was it?
About 2 months ago, I believe.
Okay, I'm sorry. I get so many notifications. I do miss some. I apologize.
Oh, no, but that's what it was. Is I wound up having to go in and talk to the manager of that grocery pickup, and we wound up getting it all cleared up. And it was a mess just because somebody wanted to run their mouth.
Okay, now I remember. Now I do remember that follow up you did with the manager and all that.
Yeah,
that's the only one I caught. Is you resolved. Slavic had the hammer come down on that because it's just you drivers.
Tony said, so
there is dishonest people, but still.
Yeah. So I keep getting multiple orders at this current hour, and now I either get lower acceptance rate or I get a lower time rate. I do know that because I looked this all up because my acceptance rate is so low, and from the very beginning when I first started doing Spark, they said just don't hit decline, and it won't count against you. But then if you'll look on the Drive for Spark website, it will tell you that any order that you receive on your phone, any of them, if you don't accept one of them, it'll count against you. And I'm not sure I'm understanding it right, but I've got a 28% acceptance rate, and I think pretty much every order unless it's like real junk, but I very seldom get like real junk on Spark. So I'm kind of thinking they can't.
It's only in the double digits today because I accepted so many orders because they were all good. It's 14%. Yesterday, I think it was down to 6%. So yes, you do. It's okay. It's like other apps like Instacart, where if you accept, like Instacart has, if you have a 4.9 or higher, you have higher priority to batches. Unfortunately, 2 of my customers rated me 1 star. So, and someone did a 4-star and someone did a 3-star. So I'm down to like 4.83 right now. So that's probably why I'm not seeing as many batches as quickly, and all the good ones go away too quick. It's always the super impatient Karens. I had one. I was on a double for Aldi's. I dropped off to the first customer A, and they were customer B. They were like, "What's taking so long? Why are you taking so long?" I'm like, "I'm at the other customer. They can see me on a map, so they can see I was in Evans Mills and he was on the opposite side of Fort Drum." So they I know they rated me 1 star, and they put all wrong items. She claimed every expensive thing as wrong or damaged when nothing was wrong with the order. I had the AC in here full blast. I had very cold stuff in my holding bags because I have extra pizza bags, so I put all that stuff in there. So I know she just got impatient, and I was delivering to her husband who's about to deploy, but he has his own car, so I didn't understand why she ordered Instacart for him. So I could tell he was like, the look on his face and kind of the way he didn't say much to me, but he had that defeated tone, is that she was like freaking out about it. It's like, of course I get one of these. I don't know what it's about the military. They seem to attract the Karen types. Because in the winter, I've had similar problems in the winter. Like, they start getting super patient, super quick. It's like, Do you not see the roads outside?
Yeah. I said I had my first grocery order on DoorDash the other day where I had to return the groceries to the store, Walmart. DoorDash paid me an additional $7.13 for return it. Yeah, I know Spark does, and I know
I just realized this is my first time in a military base today.
I've never had to return.
Never had a return. Yeah, well, if you're on a military base, let me give you a little hint. Don't let them know you're running your video camera because they will tell you to make sure it's off.
And my friend gave me crap about it the other day. These guys don't even care. I've had the MPs. They kind of peek over and see it, and they don't even care. I know technically they were not supposed to, but they don't even care. They know me so well. Hey, Tony!
Hey, what's up?
Tony jumped in here.
Can y'all hear me okay?
I hear you good. Can
All
you
right.
hear him okay?
No, it's okay.
So I just wanted to mention with these round robin orders. Sorry. Charging up the car. So it's the round robin orders that affect your acceptance rate. So the ones that come in at like the 20 minute of the hour, those are the ones that are like you got less than a minute to accept them or decline them. Those are the ones that you end up lowering or raising your acceptance rate. All the other ones don't matter.
Sorry, this light changed very quickly, and the MP's sitting right there.
Yeah. I'll keep the camera down.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, for some reason, my acceptance rate is like at 28%. So that's what kind of confused me. And I thought, well, maybe they've started counting all of them. So, but apparently not. I'm going to try something.
I'm surprised you're even that high. I know Lisa went for the high acceptance rate. She tries to keep it high, but like, there's some people on that strategy. I don't like that strategy. I just prefer to work multiple apps, and I'm not afraid to travel. Highway miles do not scare me.
Yeah, so what I noticed is yesterday or 2 days ago, I started doing only the round robin ones, and my acceptance rate is going higher when I only pay attention to those ones. But I noticed my on-time arrival has went lower because they send me multiple round robins during that hour. And if you don't arrive by, like, let's say right now it's 7:30, if you don't arrive by 7:45, then you're considered late. So if you have two of them and you can only arrive at 7:45 for one of them at a time, your second one, you're already automatically late. So if you don't accept it, then your acceptance rate goes down. If you do accept it, then your on-time rate goes down.
No hearing.
Yeah, my on-time rate got dangerously low for a while. I was right there flirting with it. Yeah, I hate it though, because it's like 3 out of 4 times you're sitting there for 15 minutes for it to be ready, then another 5 minutes for them to come out. So 20 minutes at least. So it's like their expected arrival time almost means nothing besides the metric itself. But I gotta run real quick. I gotta deliver this order.
All right, I'm going to drop off here too because I got to check and see if this one's ready. If it is, I'm going to try the airplane mode thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Brandon.
Yeah, good to seeing you, Tony. I'll keep on. I'll just join back up when I come back.
Think you're both leaving.
Oh, everybody leaving?
I think so.
I got to drop off just to go on airplane mode for this, and then I can jump back in.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't hear an echo.
So, well, now that I got this, I'm trying to figure out how to work where she can hear when people are in here too. You don't hear an echo? Okay. Well, I guess it was okay. Could you hear that while ago?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm having to really listen because I'm hard of hearing. I saw Steve come in here. How you doing, Steve? Smack that like button. Yeah, let's. Are you not hearing echo? Are y'all hearing an echo? Smack that like button. Let's throw that up there. Well, what I'd done is I turned the speakers on the laptop, but I turned it down low because my laptop's over there, but my mic is way over on this side. So I didn't think it would pick up an echo. But if I run these and then I try to run these, I have to select which speakers I'm going to be running out of. So I don't know. You know what would work though? Is if we'll figure this out. I think I have an idea. I think if you ran the Bluetooth off the phone and logged in to the live on your phone, then you could hear through the Bluetooth.
Well, they left anyway.
Well, everybody left anyway. So that doesn't matter. Well, Bud Soda said he was going into airplane mode, so he may be back. But yeah, if y'all deliver on bases, if you have like, they haven't ever said anything about a dash cam, but if you have a GoPro sitting up there on the dash, they'll ask you if it's on or off. They have never told me to take it down, but I've been asked 2 or 3 times. And another little hint about a GoPro that I found out today is don't leave it mounted up in your windshield 24/7 because the battery swells. I already ruined one battery, but today when I was on that live earlier today, I was looking and that new battery I put in there swollen just a little bit, so it was harder to get out. The other one, I had to get a pair of needle nose and some fingernail file. I had to work it out there. So don't leave your GoPro sitting on the direct sunlight like all day. It's not a good thing. Anyway, let's get caught up here. Are y'all hearing an echo? Echo, echo, echo. Are you hearing an echo?
I am now.
You are now? It's just that, well, we won't talk about that. Whoo! Smack that like button. I just figured out how to do that, Steve, because I learned if you look over there on the, what's that called? StreamYard, you can hit show and hide on the chats and it puts it up on that little window. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. I knew people were doing it. I just didn't know how to do it because I don't know nothing. I'm just no grandpa. Yeah. So the round, I did get the round robins, and that's what I thought is the ones that just go real fast. That's the ones that you really need to accept because those are the ones that's supposed to be sent directly to you. But with my acceptance rate, I thought I'd been hitting them, but apparently not. Yeah, Matt, I get, when I went to work out at the state hospital, the reason why I went to work out there is so when they committed me, I would know people out there and I'd know how the system worked, how to do things. Really not, but, that's in case I ever do have to spend some time out there that doesn't pay, I know how it works. I get off on a tangent and get running and I don't know what all's going on. But anyhow, I don't know. Did Bud Soda say he was coming back or?
He had to go into airplane mode.
I heard him go into airplane mode. And I'll tell y'all something else, a little secret. And Gig Mom told me this, or didn't tell me this one, but she had it on her video, that if you're doing Walmart Spark and it's too early to start your order, you can go up there and after you hit start trip, you can hit start trip, and it'll say that it's too early to start your trip. Go up there and hit airplane mode, then go back down there and hit start trip, and it'll let you start trip, and then go back up there and take it out of airplane mode. And you in business.
Quiet. Hey.
Wait,
giving out secrets here.
Okay,
for real though, be very careful with that because that got Slavic in trouble.
Oh, did it really? Okay, well,
yeah, because they didn't like that. they didn't like that he was there early, and other drivers complained that he was like getting in there and leaving with the orders because they were picked, but they couldn't check in time like he was, and he was leaving before they were, and he was doing like 1.5 times the orders per day that they were.
Well, I do know, like if it says arrival time 4:45, at 4:40 you can go ahead.
Turn left onto 4th Armored Division Drive.
And
I don't know.
yeah,
It
turn
seems
left.
to
Don't
widely
forget to turn
vary
left.
in my area. It let me check in 20 minutes without doing the trick today before the order was started, but the order was ready in the app. Like it was already ready just before I rolled up. They just got done picking it, and I don't know what the metric is on that, because most times it seems to be 10 to 15 minutes, and it won't give you that message. I just hate it when I get there a minute late and it ruins my on time. They don't give you any leeway. If you're not there at 45, you're screwed.
Well,
It's not like DoorDash where it's 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah, mine's 96%, and there's sometimes like the order I had today for Sam's. I wound up getting a Uber Eats order, and I went and did the Uber Eats order, and that put me. I was supposed to be there at. Anyway, I don't remember what time, but it was 10 minutes late. But I never get counted off. But I know you can start your trip at like 4:40 for a 4:45 pickup. But a lot of times
you got to check in. You got to confirm arrival is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Spark wants you to confirm arrival that you're there at the store. And then after you confirm arrival, you can do whatever you want aside from it being your store. But like mine, like they say it's not ready yet. They say just, go do, they know we work other apps. These workers are ignorant of that. They say, like the good ones anyway. They say, go do a couple orders while they pick it, come back, pick your spot, call the number, have them confirm it, and that way they see it matches the app and what's on their PDA screen. That way we can get your order out to you as soon as we can. They're usually pretty nice about it. And I gave a compliment to one of the supervisors today. I'm like, hey, your associate's been very helpful, very quick. The Watertown store is quicker than the Evans Mill store, but they have probably 2.5 times as many people doing it because it's the city, and this is just by the military base in a more rural area. But I just feel they can't even hire enough around here, and that's why they keep this one guy who's like really, really sucks. He's lazy, he's rude, he always complains. It's like, okay, I'm complaining right now, but you get my point.
Yeah. Elvis has left the building. Emily has left the building.
I can't see the chat. I don't know who's still here. Hi, whoever's here still.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's showing 11's here.
I'm hoping that things get a little better soon here. Like I have the ORTC, which is the reserves and National Guard, but most of them are about to deploy. So all those troops are going away. Yes, it's the furthest point away besides the air base on post, but even civilians can access it because it's not behind a gate. But like I just stack orders going there, and I've heavily encouraged group orders, and they finally started doing it, and they can become large catering orders. Are you on the large order program?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Get a catering bag and apply for it. Get a catering bag and apply for it. Leave it running in the background. If you're on Spark, a nice catering order comes through, boom, you can do that. It seems to me for Spark, it doesn't even matter when you show up at the customer's house. All they care about is you showing up at the store on time. So they want those orders dispensed out.
Well, I know they sent me and then they didn't even say, but I should have noticed it, but it said a 26-inch bicycle. Luckily, Emily's car, she was riding with me that day, and her car was in the parking lot. and she's got the little SUV, so we got to call that bicycle. So I can't put a bicycle in my car, but I can put a TV.
Yeah, like my Accord wasn't big enough for this huge big screen in the bike. And they're like, well, we know you drive a truck. We've seen you in it. You want to go back and get it? And we'll give it to you then. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it was a 44 and change order for 30 miles. And with these gas prices, I ain't doing that in the truck. And like, it depends where it lands me, but where the last order landed me was like in the middle of Adams. And the only thing there is a Tops grocery store. I can do on Instacart. But it seems like every time I get stuck down there, an order will never appear. If I'm far away from there, I'll see all those orders all day. And it's like they're not worth doing because I'm not there. Well, I mean, I see people take a lot of trash. For real, though. It's pretty ridiculous, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to watch the miles. But the only thing about the miles, at least it's a tax deduction, you know.
Yeah, well,
that don't help you right now, but at the end of the year, it'll help you.
I want to stay profitable, but I'm actually team highway miles here. I've actually doubled down on that strategy because, you know, big double-digit payouts. You know, you can earn a lot of money quickly when you're going 55 down a highway, you know. You're getting great fuel mileage. You're not stopping, starting, wearing your car out.
Right.
You know, there's not 100 million potholes usually on a highway versus like town.
Yeah, my car gets about 15.5 miles to the gallon. So,
woo!
Yeah.
What do you drive?
Infinity. But sometimes I put my foot into it a little too much. So.
Yeah, you'll see in one of my videos, I put my foot down in the old V8. You can hear it going uphill.
Yeah. Well, mine's got the V6 in it, but my son-in-law's a mechanic, and he said that V6 is kind of, as far as comparison to the stuff I know, he said it's compared to like an old V8 350.
Yeah, so it's like it's a non-turbo Z basically, a little souped up, better. You know, the bigger ports in the heads and stuff. That's what those Infinities are.
It'll get up and scoot. Right? I can keep up with the Dodge Chargers.
Yeah,
but they sound good.
It's basically like a non-turbo 350Z. Little bit of port work done.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you're car savvy enough to know what that means.
There's Mr. Pedro himself. We got the big dog in here.
Hey, Pedro de Santiago. Mr. Bet on you.
Yeah.
It looks like he did. Went to Lake Michigan.
Well, I didn't catch what lake. I just saw the dock down there, and all I could think of is I'd like to be sitting on that dock fishing. But that sure looked like a good place to go fishing.
For sure.
And it's supposed to be 84 degrees in St. Louis on the 30th. So I'm looking.
That doesn't sound horrible. Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, I look forward to meeting in person, sir.
Yep. We have our hotel reservations. We're actually going to leave Wichita Falls Thursday and probably stop, you know, in Joplin or somewhere like that, and Springfield and wherever. I want to go to the Big Bass Pro Shop, so I do want to do that. And then that'll give us all day Friday to just do whatever in St. Louis. I was going to go to the Arch and.
It's 15 hours one way for me.
I think it was like 8.5 hours.
I believe so.
8.5, 9 hours, something like that. But you know, that's nothing. It's just a little road trip. I can drive from here to Corpus Christi, and it's the same distance, and I never leave Texas. At least here, I get to go across Oklahoma and then into Missouri. So, yeah, I am looking forward to meeting everybody that's going to be there, hearing what they have to say.
It's It's 9 hours and 15 minutes.
9 hours and 15 minutes. So,
Okay, let's see if I can actually do my leave at door for my photo. Nope, still doing it. So the final photo depends on in-app messenger. That's how it sends it. And look at it, buffing, and it's been doing that like maybe 1 out of 20 times they'll work. I don't know if anyone else has been having that issue, but I am. So it's app issues, difficult drop off, boom.
yeah, Texas.
But the problem with that is if you don't do leave at door or on a quote
Head east on General Pike Loop toward Chippewa.
sorry, on a quote hand to me order. The problem with that is it leaves you open for fraud, because the last time I didn't not on the military base, I was in the city at night, and these people live a 2-minute walk away from where I live. They had it as handed me as like $90 worth of freaking McDonald's, like a ton of food. And these people decided to try to scam, me, DoorDash, and McDonald's. And guess who got the redeploy? But I did take a picture of the house in the text, and when because the manager there is really cool with me at the McDonald's, and I called support ahead of time, and because they were online with support saying, well, we don't want to remake this $90 order. They're like, oh, no, it's a redeploy. You're getting paid for it. Don't worry about it. Just make it as if it's another order. Not just to mention that, but just the time it took to make it, because there's only 3 people making food, and they're not fully staffed, obviously. So, yeah. And they jacked up the base pay, so I made even more money. But I did get the contract violation the next morning. But as soon as I put in the reasoning, and then I contacted support, and to look in the text messages, like the actual text. So, like, if you hit on, like, you're going to call them, but you text that number, that's the text number. And I prefer doing that a lot of times, because if the app crashes, you can still text.
Yeah. I usually, if I can't get my camera to work right off, and taking the pictures of the leave at the door, I go ahead and take just a regular picture, because I think, if I remember, you can use it from take the picture or a file. You can attach a file. I haven't had to do that because it started working, but I've had a few times where it was delayed and it wouldn't load up. It probably was the internet, but I don't know.
Yeah. Is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it doesn't get so bad next time or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I lucked out on mine.
I'm just hoping that someone doesn't try to claim that they never got the order when they did, when they ordered a ton of food. They left the appropriate tip, is why I took the order. And, sometimes DoorDash will say a quarter or 50 cents more than the base pay. And that's a really good indicator that it's a good tip on it. Jeez, I'm creeps, brother. Just swinging in my lane, coming out. Why don't you? I drive a pickup too, and I don't swing that wide. And it's just a 1500 pickup. It ain't a big old 3500.
Yeah. I did a no-no the other day when I was heading into town. I took a 250 order, but it was going. I was right beside where it was coming from, and where I was wanting to go was where it was going.
Bro.
So I thought I'll take the 250 order, but as it turned out, it was a $41 cash tip, and I was like, wow, that very rarely happens on 250 orders. That's why I don't ever take them. But in that case, it really did. So
I still got you.
So I looked right, then I looked left, and the light turned as I went underneath it. And MP just came up. He must have just flipped his lights on, but didn't blow his siren at the intersection. I just got about T-boned again. Woo. And then the cop would have blamed me because, they're a cop. MPs don't give me problems here, but I imagine I'm going to hear some crap about that later.
I don't mess around on our base, because even if I've pulled up on the road where the girl was at, and I was going to just hand her food, And as soon as I started to hand her food, the MP come up behind me, hit his lights. Crud. So she got her food, and I told her to go on. And I talked to him. He said, "Don't park in the street." But it was a side street, but they don't play. So, I don't.
Yours
I don't
must be a
play
little
out there.
stricter than mine. I mean,
Yeah,
if it ain't a main thoroughfare and you're not over the white line, they don't care. But these little side streets to where the residentials are, as long as you
Yeah.
make an attempt to get off the road and you're on the grass a little bit, they don't care.
What?
Like, yes, you
This
have
was
to get
over-
on the grass, get out the hell out of the way.
Yeah,
In the
this was
winter,
over
it's a little
by the
harder
dorm.
because of that. You're basically blocking a lane.
Yeah. This was right in front of their dorms, but there was no cars coming. So, the last time a customer claimed they did not get the food when I handed it to them, I called and reported them for fraud to the state troopers. I don't see how. Yeah, well, that's what Alaska Gigs and Guns. But I don't see how people have the nerve to do that. I couldn't just outright lie like that. I don't know why people would want to do that, but I guess if they want to save that $10 or $11, whatever their cost. But then they don't realize it could cost some of us our job. Well, my gig just said they're just releasing a ornery old catfish about 5 pounds. That's just the perfect size for cleaning.
So I don't understand why people do that. Like, I mean, I do and I don't, but it's like it's the most dirtbaggest thing you can do.
Yeah, it really is.
These people will claim it never got delivered. I had a beer delivered to my roommate, and he had he just finally got it this afternoon after 2 freaking months. It was like 8 weeks. 2 freaking months. The DMV finally sent him his new ID, but they gave him the paper and the old expired. In New York State, at least, if you have both, you have valid ID. The store next to us will refuse to sell him because they can't scan it. And they're 100% scan. It's like, this is valid ID. Technically, you're breaking the law if you don't accept this. If you don't have another reason besides that, like the person's being aggressive, they're visually intoxicated. Like, I've had to deny people because I've worked retail. And I've been card checked. And one card check involved one of those temp IDs. And they were just seeing if I did the procedure correctly. The person was of age. It was for tobacco. So that was 18 at the time. They were 19. Or no, they were 18. So yeah, their DJ expired, but they had the valid D. And they just seeing if I'm following proper procedure. But it was a more old school store where you just keyed in the ID. I always played stupid on those. I just pretend let the computer do it. It's like, so I don't understand when these card checks come in and they card them and they sell them anyway. It's like, are you even trying? I had a DoorDash incident. They tried to claim it was their sister's account, and they were in the shower, and a young man, a young soldier answered the door, and he was only 19. I didn't, he looked younger, but I mean, they have to clean shave and, so they can look a lot younger than they actually are. So I'm like, if you're of age, I can card you and I can override it. It's not a big deal. And he actually gave me his ID and he was 19. So I refused him, drove away, called support. I started getting text messages. I'll cash app you $40 if you come back and drop it in front of my garage door right now. So they were trying to bribe me for some White Claw. And it's like, yeah, that's fun because DoorDash can go back and read those texts. So I called support. I'm like, read those texts. And she accounted for it. Immediately as I hung up, 5 seconds later, another support agent calls me saying the customer's very angry that you drove away with their beer. What happened? Da, da, da. And I explained what New York State law is to them. That's third-party sale. the person who answered the door was not of age, so I denied the sale, took it back to the store. And all of a sudden the guy's like, I can hear him typing on a keyboard, Googling it, and he's like, oh, yeah, I see that now. Okay, you followed the correct protocol or procedure or something, he said like that. Some trying to stay on script, but you can't stay on script for that kind of thing.
You gotta be real careful.
But he probably just got his ear chewed out by this customer, you know. So I understand where he's coming from. That he was very upset, but as soon as he did that, like his whole demeanor changed. Like you could tell his voice calmed. He's like, "Oh, they're pulling a fast one on you," just like these people who try to scam. What's he saying? Never override to ID.
Yeah,
I do it all the time. So I am very comfortable with IDing.
Yeah, I think
I'm very
means
comfortable with IDing.
don't change them and stuff.
I do it all the time. It's not a big deal to me. As long as the other person who's grabbing it is of age and the person who originally got it is of age, obviously, because they had to enter their ID, their birth date to order, and there's no other person around, that's not considered third-party sale under the law. That's called ignorance under the law. If they're not around and you don't know of people who are underage and it's not like a massive quantity, then you're supposed to be okay. So like 18 pack or less can be an individual. If it's a 30, there's a bunch of them and they all are kind of BSing together. I'm like, I want all 4 or 5 year IDs. And I've done it. And I dropped off to a military barrack and like one of them got offended and the other few guys are like, calm down, just show them your ID, dude. And they're all of age, so I gave them the beer. So, you know, if you don't give me a problem, I don't have a problem with it. I've passed every single car check I've ever had, Lisa. You want us to play it more precautious, that's fine. But I do imagine that they are going to start car checking us dashers and workers. They just haven't gotten around to it yet because the government hasn't caught up.
Yeah. Cody said,
but eventually they'll start ordering beer. They'll throw a $5 tip on it, get someone to take it right away, and they'll have someone else come to the door who's not of age, and we got to deny them. Or they'll say they don't have their ID. Okay, bye. Take it back to the store.
Yeah.
I got to call.
I'm fixing to have to jump off here, but if anybody wants to check out the Gig Conference in St. Louis, I Googled that. I had it opened in another tab, but I couldn't remember the address, and I just Googled Gig Conference, and it pops up on Google. So it's made Google.
Yeah, it got the algorithm.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, guys. If you come to St. Louis, that's great. I think you got till the end of this week to say you're RSVPing, and Pedro's gifting a free one to 1 or 2 people who can't afford it, like a couple or whatever, or just 2 separate gig workers who are coming together or something. But come on down, guys. It'll be great.
Yeah,
you'll have fun. I'm gonna
you'll meet us.
Staying with Rideshare Rodeo, Steve. So it'll be a blast. Oh my gosh, there is so many here.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Thanks for jumping on here, Bud Soda. I'm gonna click you out of here and
all right. You take care.
Be safe, fella. Be safe. All right. I am going to jump on out of here and let's see where to go. I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave that up there. Did I freeze up? Y'all all be safe out there and don't catch too many fish. And if you do, or don't catch a little fish for my gig. And if you do, tell them it's big fish. Nobody will ever know it. I'm still wanting to see some pictures, though. Make sure you take some pictures. Anyway, thank y'all for joining in, and I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great night and a better tomorrow. Keep smiling, keep dashing, keep dancing, keep prancing, keep doing something because you're going to get this old gray hair if you don't already, or no hair if you just sit around and do nothing. And life will just pass you by. So get out there and enjoy it. make a difference in the world. See y'all later. Bye for now.